So even if you have, let's say, 99 percentile, you think that it's a guaranteed admission in X college.
Correct.
That's the biggest myth. The student, of course, has the whole right to ask every college that what is my ROI, return on investment, but the way it is calculated, it is not proper. Okay, let's say a person is investing 10 lakhs in an institute for 2 years. He is expecting that ROI in 1 year.
Yes.
That itself is a flaw.
How should the student really approach towards filling that application form?
Everyone today, there's a last minute syndrome, I call it. So let's take a date. 18th of January is the last day to apply. Everyone in the country will fill the form on 15, 16, 17, 18. If I'm at 0, whatever multiplier effect you will have, it will be 0. Let's say even if you're starting at 5, 6, what kind of role you got? Tomorrow I give a job and let's say one of the best firms, market capitalized number 1 company in the country, let's say, but the profile will be to sweep the floor.
So basically it is directly proportional to the kind of value the student is carrying, the kind of hard work he is ready to take up, and the grind he is ready to go into. Hello and welcome to yet another series Beyond the Brochure by Topuni. Now in this series, what are we going to discuss? We are going to discuss enrollments. What is it that gets you that edge in your application form to get the admission in the university that you desire? What is the university actually looking at? What is it that they are looking at when you see the profile? What is it that the student really wants? Do they give you that program or do they give you the program that you deserve? So let's break it down with Mr. Swapnil Bhoite, who has been an industry veteran. He has, done the admissions and outreach for Wellinkar, IMT Ghaziabad, and he has joined Flame University as the head of PG Outreach and the Strategic Division. Yes. So, welcome, Mr. Bhoite.
Thank you, Ankita, for that.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and this is a lovely studio. I must congratulate you, Lakshmikant, and you, and this series. All the best for the series.
Thank you, sir.
Let's start going.
So, in the series, what we are trying to basically cover, there are a lot of students. They apply to various universities.
Correct.
What is that one myth you must have come across in your career?
Yeah. So, welcome all for this lovely conversation. The one myth is every student thinks that only one thing will decide the admission, which by and large is the percentile.
Correct.
So, even if you have, let's say, 99 percentile, you think that it's a guaranteed admission in X college.
Correct. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
that's the biggest myth.
Okay.
And then the world turns upside down when the offer letter is announced and this person is not got through.
Yes.
The person who has got 99, 100 percentile.
Right.
So what has happened in this between? So nowadays all universities in the country look at A, B, C, D. It's not the percentile always.
Okay.
They'll also look at profile. So what we mean by profile is 10th, 12th, your graduation. And there's a spark in your resume, which can be like for a fresher. You have worked in, let's say, an NGO. And when I say an NGO or any such organizations, it has to be of repute and you must have really worked there.
Okay.
And then, of course, the work experience which you go to, okay, that's sacrosanct. Nobody can take away that experience from you. So all this contribute to the overall profile of the candidate. That's part A. And part B is, of course, how you perform on the day of the interview or the SOP. SOPs are now redundant because of the ChatGPT, but by and large, few of the institutions still have it. But that's been replaced by 1-minute videos. Okay, because there I can check the conversations of the person. How the confidence level of the person. So all this contribute to the final outcome. Okay. And unfortunately, the candidates, as you rightly said, is in a different la-la land, as they say. And once the results come out, it's hard for them to believe that this person is not cleared. So this is the biggest myth.
Yes, absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, how should the student really approach towards filling that application form? Say, for instance, Flame University. How should they approach? Like, what should be their go-to strategy for filling out that application
This
form?
is a brilliant question. So, I don't want to answer on behalf of Blame University. I want to answer this behalf of every candidate who wants to fill for any university in the country.
Okay.
So first thing first, what has happened is everyone today, there's a last minute syndrome, I call it, because everyone fills on the last day. So let's take a date. Let's say 10th of January is the last date to apply. Of 18th of January is the last date to apply. Everyone in the country will fill the form on 15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay. That's
So
the
what?
trend.
Yeah, that's the trend. Unfortunately, what happens is that person on the last day he's filling, he's not giving it the best shot. Okay, there are questions which are asked about your personality. Okay, there are questions asked about what you intend to do. I think if I want to sum up the whole process is the purpose.
Okay.
I think that's a very important word for me. I want to look at the purpose of the candidate who wants to get into any program in any university. So if the purpose is well defined, okay, and you walk backwards, you need at least a 1 week to fill any form. Then you can answer those questions with integrity, with honesty, with fluidness, with clarity of thought. Unfortunately, that is not happening. Okay, so I'm not here to change all that, but I'll just give you some tips so that it helps every candidate who's watching this. So first thing first, they have to do, if they have the luxury to have their own laptop, it'll be great. If not, then even a desktop will do. They must save their photograph, their 10th, 12th graduation, all the work experience certificates. Once that is done, they can concentrate on the questions which are being asked by the institute, which every institute will ask you certain questions. Why MBA? Let's say with respect to Flame, why Flame? Okay. The next step is the interview. And if they find that the person who is writing this SOP and the person whom they are meeting, there's a discord,
Yes.
it will not go down well. So the answer is very simple, that we are looking at confidence, we're looking at purpose, as I say, clarity of thought. Okay, these are the important questions.
So basically, these are the nuances. First, they have to be prepared. While they are filling the application
Yes.
form, they should be ahead in time.
Absolutely.
Secondly, they should work on, if they are filling out the form with a lot of preparedness,
Yes.
they will perform better in the interview.
Yes.
And that will help them get that edge
Correct.
over
So-
the others.
Yeah, so we have to go slow with the process. So hold that thought. What happens is, interview, people are serious.
Yes.
Okay, because the interview call has come.
Yes.
Form filling, people are not serious.
Not serious. Yeah.
But the outcome, you have to understand, there's a correlation. It's not
Okay.
mutually exclusive events. There's a correlation with what you fill in the form and what are you saying in the interview. Maximum people, it's a slippery slope, as they say, and they slide in this. They have not filled the form correctly, but they're now trying to cover up in the interview.
Okay.
And then
That
then
puts them in the spot.
that puts them in the spot, and they're not able to get through.
Another very important question is pertaining to ROI. So whenever we meet students everywhere, they have first question would be, okay, this is the fees and what would be the ROI?
Okay.
How would you address that? You must have come across this question so many times.
So there are two aspects to that. Okay, I'd like to break this down. Okay, one is the student, of course, has the whole right to ask every college that what is my ROI, return on investment, but the way it is calculated, it is not proper. Okay, so if a student is mathematically perspective, absolute mathematics I'm talking about, let's say a person is investing 10 lakhs in an institute for 2 years. He is expecting that ROI in 1 year.
Yes.
That itself is a flaw, I feel.
Yes.
Okay. Pure mathematics. Then I'll get into the qualitative aspect of it. Okay. So 10 lakhs he's investing for 2 years. Is expecting 10 lakhs as a salary, as a starting salary within that year. I mean, once he's graduated first year, he has to get 10 lakhs because then he has to pay his educational loan. But at the same time, they have to take into consideration what kind of brand and the kind of program they have chosen.
Okay.
So going back to a previous example, so they were, I mean, my student who was at, let's say, TikTok, which the parent company was ByteDance, if you know, Chinese company which got banned. Okay, so he started with, let's say, a 5-6 lakh. And when they were leaving, they gave severance pay of 6 months. And then he got into Paytm. And boom, he was at 16. Because the kind of grind ByteDance, TikTok at that point of time gave him, it was doing phenomenal in our country. Okay.
Yes.
And the grind, the role is important.
Correct.
Because nobody knew how this technology will penetrate. Okay, how, and that point of time they were using AI. This I'm talking about 6-7 years back.
Yes.
And now it's talk of the town. But they were using AI. They were using all the modern techniques. Okay, and this candidate immediately when they left, he scouted a job and got that. So the grind, the role is very crucial. Okay, let's say even if you're starting at 5-6, what kind of role you are getting? So the famous example I generally give, let's suppose tomorrow I give a job and let's say one of the best firms, market capitalization number 1 company in the country, let's say, everyone will be like, wow. But the profile will be to sweep the floor. You understand? The role is very crucial.
Yes.
What are you going to do with the role? Like these are strategic programs. I said, wow. This is the place to grow. MBA is already grown. So what kind of role you take, what kind of challenge you take, and how you grow that, that question fits the ROI. Return on investment should be seen a little, longevity should be higher. What is the challenge you have taken now, at what cost, and how do you take it forward? I think that's the larger question.
Yes.
Not because you are not going to do MBA just for a 2-year thing and you're going to not work for 5 years. I think it's a corporate life of 20, 25, 30 years.
They should look at the broader vision.
Broader vision.
They should have a broader vision.
One is mathematically, I have told you how they look at it. Then on the other side, and since these are challenging times, every campus in the country is having this challenging time. And every placement officer is trying to get that job for that person. But there's a beautiful line which is there, like value addition. So many people forget, when I desire to be at 15-20 lakhs, there has to be some value in me for you to add.
True.
So value addition. So if I'm at 0, whatever multiplier effect you will have, it will be 0.
Very rightly put.
Okay, so therefore I have to make this effort, honestly. Okay, that if I'm at X college, the average is let's say 15 lakhs, but I am not at that level.
So basically it is directly proportional to the kind of value the student is carrying, the kind of hard work he is ready to take up, and the grind he is ready to go into.
So all these factors qualitatively contribute to the ROI, which is a clear miss. Let's suppose I'm at X college. X college is not giving me certifications from SAP, for example.
Correct.
Who is stopping me to do it outside the class? Who is stopping me to go to NISM website or let's say BSc, NSE stock exchange? They are listed more than 100 programs. These certifications will be listed. That I have done this, I have done stock modeling, I have done beta calculations, so on and so forth. So a finance guy who looks at this profile will be really interested in getting that. So either you can crib and cry, oh my God, the world is turned upside down and you don't have a placement, or else you keep on fighting. Okay. So I think the latter is important.
How do you build winning teams?
So I have headed many teams, in past, range from let's say 5 people, 6 people, 10 people. I think you need to create structures, with your team and tell them to keep challenging yourself. And very few people will do this, like make yourself redundant. Very difficult to do that. Let me explain this. Very, very crucial. Very few candidates think that if I am the head of admissions, I am the director of admissions, I should call all the shots. And that's a self-defeatist, it's self-obstructing actually, because you have to give your team a chance.
Yes.
They have to rise to your occasion. You have to be free to think about how the education space is evolving. What could be the next best thing for your university? How you can be digital first? How you take on so much clutter which is there in the market, to break the clutter so that the brand stands out. So if you are doing the age-old role of director admissions or head of admissions or whatever the nomenclature is, you will be, in that deep dive sea when you not think about the bigger, larger picture. So how do I create winning teams? Is give them the hope, give them full authority to act on your behalf. Of course, you have to oversee what they are doing, but act on your behalf and take on the challenge which you are doing. And they will also feel empowered. Empower them with all the challenges. Then you are there to look at the next big challenge, which is education as a space.
Thank you, Swapnil sir.
Yeah.
It was a lovely conversation, and you've answered all the questions in a very, very efficient manner. As in, you've given all the right example. You've shared all the nuances that are needed for filling out the application, standing out, getting the best placement, creating winning teams. So it was amazing having you here. And I know Flame University is one of the most lovely and very beautiful pictures.
But I think you should come to the campus. It will be 10x.
I'm eagerly looking forward to visiting the campus soon. So thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you so much, sir.
All the best.